What is going on, guys? Artist Touch Painting. This is your favorite artist, Jesse. This is part 3 of wallpaper removal, and if you didn't see part 1 and part 2, I'll leave those links in the description below. Click those and watch through them, and then hop back on here so you can see what was accomplished and where we're going with this thing. In the last part, we were able to get the primer on. And then there was a few little mishaps, but we ended up spackling them as well. And what wasn't on the video was the ceiling. We did prime it, and then we put 2 coats of flat white ceiling paint on there. It used to be brown. Now it's a nice, clean, fresh white. That should help with the light bouncing off of the ceiling and opening the room up a little bit more. So today, actually for the rest of this job, it's going to be just me. So progress might look a little bit slower, but it is what it is. This is nothing new to me, handling a job by myself. It's how I started, and every now and then that's how it has to go. So you're going to see a whole lot of climbing up and down and scaffolding moving, but things are still going to be getting done. Today the goal is to get all the caulking finished that I ended up putting on hold in the last part. I'm going to handle that. We're going to sand the spots that we ended up having to spackle yesterday. And then I'm going to have to prime those again so that when I put the sheen paint on, the spackle spots don't show through. So while that stuff is handled and drying, I'm going to dive into painting the crown. We're going with a high gloss, just untinted white to really make it pop off. The shine against the flat ceiling is really going to make that stand out. I think you can get a rough idea of what's going on and seeing the change. So hopefully I make a good amount of progress today, and we have a solid part 3 for you guys to look at. Every now and then, after a nice section is done, I'll probably cut the video and pop back on here and let you know what's going on. What's up, guys? Got a quick tip for you. It comes from a question that a lot of people wonder. How does a painter get up to high places when there's a stairway involved? This job in particular, I don't know if you can tell from the angle of the camera, but it has a wraparound staircase. I'll show you that in a minute. So getting a ladder up there is kind of difficult when you need to reach up to the top, especially a job like this with a 2-story open foyer. My scaffolding can only get to maybe 3/4 of the wall, and then the steps are in the way. So far what we've done is use the 24-foot ladder over top of the banister, and my guy would foot it. Today I'm on my own, and there's a way around that too. Maybe I'll do a quick tip on that, how I handle going up on a high ladder without somebody to foot it. There's a little trick. I don't know if it's allowed or not, but I'll show you guys anyway at some point. So what we do now is we use what's called a pivot. Essentially, it just extends the step so that you can put your ladder on to the platform and the step, and you can get up higher. And it locks in and it stays there sturdy, and you don't have to worry about anything slipping out or anything like that. I'll show it to you guys real quick. So that is the pivot. So what you would do is you would put one step there, and the step is extended so you have a foot on each part, and then your ladder goes up and you're able to get to where you need to go. you'll see that in a minute, how I put the 6-foot ladder on there and it got me up to where I need to be. But yeah, if you like the quick tips, there's one for you. We need to get up there. So I have the pivot placed. And I'll probably put the 6-foot ladder on there. With the 6-foot, I might be able to get up to where I need to go. If not, I will break out the 16-foot extension ladder, or I'll continue to use the 24. So I don't know, I guess you'll find out in the video. There's the camera doing all the work. Alright guys, back with another quick tip. Just realized that the 6-foot on the pivot is not going to be enough, and I am going to have to break the big ladder out again. So, I'm out in the truck grabbing a little tool, in a sense. I don't know if you would call it a tool or just something that I was taught from somebody I used to paint for before I started my own business. And it's very interesting, but it works. If you're ever alone on a job, you need to use a big ladder, and you have nobody there to foot it for you. Where is it? Floor mat. Nice rubber floor mat. Now what that's going to do for you is when you put the ladder on it, and you climb up the ladder and it pushes down on it, it pushes that rubber mat onto the floor, and it keeps it from slipping. I'm doing this for a few years now. There's been plenty of situations where I got to get up on a ladder, and I don't have somebody there to foot it for me. One of the perks of starting a business and only having yourself. But thankfully, I was taught that little trick. I don't know if that's, OSHA approved or not, but it works. So in a minute, I'll show you a picture of that set up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, check you guys later. And there it is on the floor mat. Another cool little thing is patent pending, but this little extra length on the feet, you can adjust this pin right there so that you can change the height of one of the legs and always stay level. And that cute little thing there too. Make sure that your base rung is level so you know you're good and safe. Alright, there you go. right, guys, so that about wraps up part 3. Not a drastic change, nothing really too crazy or exciting to watch. I apologize if that was a little boring, but it's a part of the process. We got 2 coats on the crown. We got all those areas sanded. I also ended up priming them, and then I did a whole bunch of trim work, which is going to save me some time on the last day of this job. I got around all of the openings, all the framing trim and the top pieces. I got that window that's straight ahead from the camera. So yeah, that not a whole lot, you know, to get excited about, but it's definitely a change, and it's the tedious stuff that is great to get knocked out of the way before you start painting the walls. That way you can have your nice clean lines, you got good clean work, and then it just makes the whole thing go a whole lot easier. The only thing that you guys didn't see in that part is downstairs underneath that ceiling got done where the stairway is and the entryway to the kitchen. Those door jambs also got all done. And then yeah, that was about it that you guys didn't see. Second coat on some of that stuff down there wasn't recorded. But yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Not too bad for you know, one guy on a job doing 2 stories. If you guys, again, enjoyed those little quick tips, let me know in the comments. And as always, like, subscribe, hit the little notification so you know when part 4 is coming out. Thanks.